Welcome to our Homebrew Subclasses series, where I will showcase the subclasses that we have made together on stream. If you want to jump in and help create these subclasses, or even have us review some of yours, join the Discord in the description below to begin. In these videos, we will go over three sections: lore, design, and gameplay. So with that being said, let's uncover the sorcerer subclass, Frost Magic. Frost Magic is believed to mainly be gifted to those born under a winter solstice. Many believe that it is on this day that the Winter Queen herself gazes upon the material plane and bestows her mark on the ones she chooses. These children are always born cold with pale skin, causing many to mistake them as lifeless. As they grow older, they find themselves to have snow white hair and crystal blue eyes with a natural affinity to the cold. Now that we've explained a little bit of the lore, let's go ahead and go over the design of the subclass. At level 1, you're going to gain your first feature, Ice Heart. This allows you to convert any damage type to cold a number of times equal to your charisma modifier. Now the purpose of this feature is pretty simple. It allows the Frost Mage to reflavor and recolor any spells into a Frost spell without having to spend their sorcery points on that metamagic feature. Now jumping into the 6th level, you're going to get a very nice passive ability, Frigid Body, which just gives you resistance to cold damage. But more importantly, you're going to get an active feature called Ice Cube. When dealing cold damage, you can use a 3rd level spell to force 3 targets to make a Constitution saving throw or be petrified for 1d4 plus 1 turns. You may also use a higher level spell to target 1 additional creature per spell slot used. At 14th level, you're going to go ahead and get Cryo Conduit. You get immunity to cold damage, but you're also going to unlock your Frostbite system. For every 10 points of cold damage, a target gains 1 stack of Frostbite, in which their speed is reduced by 5 feet. Now, once a target reaches 3 Frostbite stacks, they take 1d10 plus your Charisma modifier as additional cold damage. And at 5 Frostbite stacks, the target takes 3d10 cold damage and must make a Constitution saving throw or get paralyzed for 1d4 plus 1 turn. At 18th level, you are going to get your final ability, Winterbringer. As an action, once per long rest, release a harrowing blizzard that encompasses a 120-foot area and lasts for 1 minute. Every time a creature ends their turn there or enters for the first time, they must make a Constitution saving throw or take 10d10 cold damage. Now that we've finished the design of the class, we're going to go ahead and talk about the gameplay, and more specifically talk about the idea and rationale behind the abilities and how they're supposed to work. Now this shouldn't be too complicated. The main components of the subclass is the Ice Cube and Frostbite stack system. The Ice Cube is a way to freeze off enemies as you deal cold damage. The main balance is that the target is petrified, which means that they can't perform any action, but they also have resistance to all damage during this. As such, its main intention is to crowd control enemies to make overwhelming odds more in your favor. Now, at level 10 is when you get your biggest power spike. Things change drastically with the Frostbite stacks. The feature is designed to create a passive effect as you deal cold damage. Once you deal 30 points of damage to the target, you have a bit of a boost to make it a little deadlier. However, it's much more impactful in group targets when you can stack those dice together. That being said, 5 stacks is when your effect gets to its deadliest, causing them to potentially be paralyzed, which allows for melee attackers to gain critical strikes as they shatter the frozen parts of the creature's body. And the final ability, Winterbringer, is more to just create a blizzard spell that's not really in D&D for the Frost Mages, so they can't really go without one. That being said, it's also a great way to stack your Frostbite stacks to all the enemies in the area, so it allows the sorcerer to go pretty wild with it. Now keep in mind that while I've essentially closed the book on this subclass and won't edit it, you are free to make any changes you want in your campaigns. Go ahead and share anything you would change, remove, or even add to the class so that other DMs or players can use those ideas as well. I hope you like the idea of Frost Mage, or Frost Magic, Frost Mage, whatever you want to call it, and if you have an idea you want to share, then definitely join our streams and let's see it. That being said, I hope you all have a wonderful day. If you haven't already, join our Discord in the description below and let's form an awesome community together. And with that being said, have a nice cup of coffee. I'll see you on the next one.